It is within our power not to make a judgment about something, and so not disturb our minds, for nothing in itself possesses the power to form our judgments. When men are human, take care not to feel towards them as they do towards other humans. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. Because your strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. But if anything is within the powers and province of man, believe that it is within your own compass also. Everything is banal in experience, fleeting in duration, sordid in content, in all respects the same today as generations now dead and buried have found it to be. Look to nothing, not even for a moment, except to reason. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Soon you will have forgotten everything. Soon everybody will have forgotten you. We are the other of the other. To refrain from imitation is the best revenge. Will any man despise me? Let him see to it, but I will see to it that I may not be found doing or saying anything that deserves to be despised. The world is mere change, and this life, opinion. It is a ridiculous thing for a man not to fly from his own badness, which is indeed possible, but to fly from other men's badness, which is impossible. For outward show is a wonderful perverter of the reason. The best revenge is not to do as they do. Everything that exists is in a manner the seed of that which will be. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig. The honest and good man ought to be exactly like a man who smells strong, so that the bystander, as soon as he comes near him, must smell whether he choose or not. In everything that you do, pause and ask yourself if death is a dreadful thing because it deprives you of this. Think of the universal substance of which thou hast a very small portion, and of universal time of which a short and indivisible interval has been assigned to thee, and of that which is fixed by destiny, and how small a part of it thou art. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. Whatever time you choose is the right time, not late, not early. Be your own master and look at things as a man, as a human being, as a citizen, as a mortal creature. To be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over, it stands unmoved and the raging of the sea falls still around it. Kindness is invincible. The sexual embrace can only be compared with music and with prayer. He is so rich he has no room to shit. We must make haste then, not only because we are daily nearer to death, but also because the conception of things and the understanding of them cease first. That which has died falls not out of the universe. If it stays here, it also changes here, and is dissolved into its proper parts, which are elements of the universe and of thyself. And these too change, and they murmur not. Failure to read what is happening in another's soul is not easily seen as a cause of unhappiness, but those who fail to attend the motions of their own soul are necessarily unhappy. Today I escaped all circumstance, or rather I cast out all circumstance, for it was not outside me, but within my judgments. Nothing is more scandalous than a man that is proud of his humility. How soon will time cover all things? If something is difficult for you to accomplish, do not then think it impossible for any human being. Rather, if it is humanly possible and corresponds to human nature, know that it is attainable by you as well. If any man is able to convince me and show me that I do not think or act right, I will gladly change. For I seek the truth by which no man was ever injured, but he is injured who abides in his error and ignorance. Accustom yourself not to be disregarding of what someone else has to say. As far as possible, enter into the mind of the speaker. I can control my thoughts as necessary. Then how can I be troubled? What is outside my mind means nothing to it. Absorb that lesson and your feet stand firm. Whatever is in any way beautiful hath its source of beauty in itself and is complete in itself. Praise forms no part of it, so it is none the worse nor the better for being praised. In an expression of true gratitude, sadness is conspicuous only by its absence. Anything in any way beautiful derives its beauty from itself and asks nothing beyond itself. Praise is no part of it, for nothing is made worse or better by praise. Begin the morning by saying to thyself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, unsocial. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. Not to waste time on nonsense, not to be taken in by conjurers and hoodoo artists with their talk about incantations and exorcism and all the rest of it, not to be obsessed with quail fighting or other crazes like that. That all is as thinking makes it so, and you control your thinking. So remove your judgments whenever you wish, and then there is calm, as the sailor rounding the cape finds smooth water and the welcome of a waveless bay. A man of ambition thinks to find his good in the operations of others, the man of pleasure in his own sensations, but the man of understanding in his own actions. Do the things external which fall upon thee distract thee? Give thyself time to learn something new and good, and cease to be whirled around. Your life is what your thoughts make it. Life is a warfare and a stranger's sojourn, and after fame is oblivion. Live every day as if it's the last. Objective judgment now at this very moment. Unselfish action now at this very moment. Willing acceptance now at this very moment of all external events. That's all you need. Does the emerald lose its beauty for lack of admiration? Retire into thyself. The rational principle which rules has this nature, that it is content with itself when it does what is just, and so secures tranquility. Ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. Self-indulgence means tying it to the things that happen to you. Sanity means tying it to your own actions. This thing, what is it in itself, in its own constitution? What is its substance and material? To read with diligence, not to rest satisfied with a light and superficial knowledge, nor quickly to assent to things commonly spoken. A man's life is dyed the color of his imagination. Death hangs over thee, while thou livest, while it is in thy power, be good. It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. From my great-grandfather, not to have attended schools for the public, to have had good teachers at home, and to realize that this is the sort of thing on which one should spend lavishly. Be cheerful also, and seek not external help, nor the tranquility which others give. A man then must stand erect, not be kept erect by others. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. Every man is worth just so much as the things about which he busies himself. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it with the same weapons of reason and mind that today guard you against the present. Give up your thirst for books so that you do not die a grouch.